Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome to my channel. I blog over at The Frugal Cottage, all about budgeting, money saving and investing. I aim to help people get out of debt, budget better and grow wealth. Today's video is a money diary for the first 4 days of April. So I run my weeks from Sunday to Saturday, so I thought I'd do a quick one for the first few days of April. And if you saw my April budget setup, which I'll leave a link for below, you will know that our budget has changed somewhat, and also I am staying at home with our 2 children, so our normal circumstances, if you like, are not in play here. This is totally different. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. So as always, the first page in mine is my lovely bill overview page, the calendar page. I like this just because it shows where the important bills are and what date they go out on. Anyway, so moving on to, we don't need that. I've not added anything to my sinking funds yet. I haven't, let me just see what's like, there you go. I haven't really put any thought into sinking funds for the foreseeable future, and that purely is because of the unknown and the setup we've got at the moment. It just seems a bit weird to be thinking to things like Christmas. So I haven't really put any thought into sinking funds for April or May, to be fair, and then we'll reassess at that point. So nothing on there. So the first page I'm going to talk about is my no spend days tracker. Again, if you watch my April budget setup, I pondered about whether to count if my husband went out and did any shopping, because I'm staying at home. Obviously, in theory, I'm not going to spend any money ever. However, I'm counting, so when my husband goes and does any kind of food shopping, I'm going to count that as a spend day, because in normal circumstances that would be me doing the food shop, and it's just a bit of a change of role. And also, I'm not immune to the online shopping world, so of course I need to be wary of that. And actually, being at home, I have been browsing a lot more on websites than I perhaps would be normally, so that personally is something that I've got to watch out for, so to speak. And I don't think, talking to different people, I don't think I'm alone in that. I think that scrolling through different online shops is a bit of an escape at the moment. Anyway, so no spend days. I've managed 3 out of the 4 for this first kind of bit of April. So Thursday my husband went shopping to Asda for some things because we were running low on like fresh stuff, so milk and fruit and veg and those kind of things. So I've counted that as a spend day because he went and queued to get into Asda. But hey, so 3 out of 4 is a good start. Today, so Sunday, I'm filming this on the day it goes up. Sunday will also be a spend day because he's going to go food shopping later and needs to get petrol for the car. My husband is considered a key worker, so he is still going to work, which does cause me some anxiety, but you know, it is what it is. We're doing our best to keep ourselves safe, and I hope you are too, and hoping that you're not finding this too stressful, I suppose. So my aim is 20, so definitely on track for this. I forgot to say this budget planner is available to download on my site if you want something to take your mind off things. Feel free to download it and track your expenses and income for this month, to see where things stand. So my expense tracker, so yeah, I know it's only 4 days in, so this is what it looks like so far. So like I said, my husband went to Asda on Thursday. Now normally, I've got to get out of the habit of using the word normally, it's closer than Morrison's. Asda is, it's closer to us, and it was easy to get to. And also Morrison's has been, according to the world of Facebook, the Morrison's we normally go to has been much more, much busier and much like lots of things out of stock, and Asda seems to be more calmer, if you like. So he just went to Asda on the Thursday instead, because obviously, again, because it's different and I'm going to Morrison's and he isn't doing the shopping, he decided to go to Asda instead. So this is what he spent on food and on miscellaneous. So the food, £22.13. Like I said, it was mainly kind of fresh things. He also got some bargains for the freezer, which is handy at this point. And then miscellaneous, that was, what was that? Oh, it was hand wash. And not because of stockpiling things, we generally, it's nearly run out in the kitchen, so we needed some more. Before anybody questions me on if I'm stockpiling hand wash, we aren't. But so, they're two really small spends there. We will need more today, especially the miscellaneous one will be a bigger spend today. However, for the start of the month, that's okay. It is weird having to write Asda rather than Morrison's. I generally don't go to Asda for our food shop, just because we did when we first moved here, when we found that things would kind of go off really quickly and the quality of the food just wasn't as good. And Morrison's is really good for, or we think it is anyway, the prices are good and things seem to last and the quality of the food is better. However, obviously Asda is the closest, so that's where we've been this week. So I'll turn over, these are just blank expense trackers. Depending on what happens, my camera's making a weird noise. Depending on what happens during this month, I don't think I'll fill out all these, unless I suddenly go mad buying loads of things online, which is unlikely. And then the weekly check-ins. So I'm gonna zoom in, but we all know how much my camera does not like this. So I'll just talk while it refocuses itself. So the weekly check-in seems a bit daft, seeing as it's only to the 4th. But there, so also I put my food budget up for this month. I feel like having 2 children at home, even though they're quite small children, they just want to eat all the time, they just want snacks all the time, and we've kind of come up with a bit of a timetable, not a timetable, like a structure during the day. So we'll have a snack like mid-morning, they'll probably have another one mid-afternoon, and then obviously breakfast, lunch and tea, and we're at home for all of those. So naturally the food budget is going to have to increase for that period, and I'm trying to get them, because honestly they'd have like biscuits and cake at 8 o'clock in the morning if it was up to them, like straight after they've finished their breakfast, like 5 minutes later. So yeah, the food budget is definitely going to have to take a bit of a hit, and I've never seen them eat so many biscuits, and that sounds really bad as a parent, but you know what, there are bigger battles to fight at the moment. So food budget's gone up to 300, but for this tiny bit, we only spent £22.13, so we've still got quite a good amount remaining there. Miscellaneous is a tiny spend, so we've still got £98.75. Petrol, there's nothing spent at the moment, but that will change today, so when I do next week's weekly diary, weekly spend thing, checking, that will be less. And children, no, we've not gone anywhere, I've not ordered them anything. So their budget stays intact, and then that's the only thing. Don't think I've got anything else to talk about at the moment. No, actually I'm not doing any kind of selling on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. That's just kind of keeping things safe, in terms of I don't want to send anything anywhere and cause any issues or whatever. I have got my side hustle income video coming up maybe tomorrow. But that I don't track that on that extra income page, which that might seem confusing, but the side hustle videos are purely my self-employed income, things that I have to save tax for or pay tax on, if you like, whereas that is like things that we've sold that we no longer need, so it's all a bit of a different setup. However, so the first kind of week we're here, so it's Sunday today, of April, that's how that goes. Still feeling okay. I'm missing the social interaction with other people. I've only seen either my husband or my 2 children now. I've not left our house for the past, this is coming up to like 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks I've not even left our house, never mind spoken to anyone else. So that's the most difficult thing at the moment, I feel. And the routine of going somewhere and doing something else. But mainly just missing talking to other people and seeing other people. But we've been using FaceTime and stuff, so it's not like I've not spoken to different people, but it is weird. But going forward into next week, I think our budget will remain the same. Obviously, I'm still just at home. I think, is it next weekend that is Easter weekend? Normally we'd have like a big family meal, but obviously that's not going to happen, so I need to decide what to do about that. But yeah, plodding along here. As always, trying to stay fairly positive about things. I've decided to limit reading the news and stuff, because it's just, although it's things that maybe you need to know, it's not helpful in some ways, is it? So I've limited myself to that in the hopes that will help. So how's your budget going? How are you feeling? Is there anything that you would like from me and my channel to film to help? I've got a couple of things on how to make money from home and what to do, how to set up a zero-based budget based on the minimum income and stuff. I've got those kind of coming up. But let me know if there's anything else you want me to ramble on about. I'm more than happy to do that. So thanks for watching as always. I hope you're okay and staying safe, and I will see you again very soon.